Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do this tarot reading for this actor for Seo In-guk. Actually, I noticed people wanted me to read for him, and I believe for Jung Soo-min, since they had been co-stars in. I believe I did watch. I don't remember if it was like a movie or a series, but I do remember the title. I know it's Smile Have Left Their Eyes or something like that. Um, I did watch the Japanese version, but first I watched the Korean one. Um, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know if people had watched it. I'm sure fans have, but I'm traumatized by. I believe that's one of the. If it's the K-drama slash movie, don't remember the format, but all I know is that I'm traumatized. So yeah, but yeah, actually, I love watching this actor. I don't know, he's just so handsome for me. He's just so. There's something so attractive about him, and he's so funny at the same time. Um, I believe one of the last K dramas that I watched of his was the one that he played. Um, he played a shaman, and it was hilarious. He's a beautiful man. So I was reflecting on this, and I was like, okay, I could do a reading for them. Honestly, guys, I pulled cards. I didn't see much in there. I did see good vibes, but nothing that deep. So I was like, since I haven't read for him in my channel, I was like, I want to do a proper reading for him. And so I did this. I did a personality reading and a general reading for the rest of the year, for the rest of 2024 for him. So yeah, let's begin with the cards that he got. We start with the archetype cards. He got the cards of Gossip, Knight, and then King. And then from the tarot, he got the cards of the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the High Priestess, the Moon card, the Five of Swords, and then I put an extra card from another deck, and he got the King of Pentacles. That the keyword says wealth. So yeah, let's begin with his personality. Um, from these three archetypes that I pulled of him, definitely what caught my attention, the first thing that I noticed is all this blue. So what I think that there's something about him being very assertive, or just being very confident in his masculine self. Even though he can be sensitive and being soft at the same time, probably he does feel very good in being this main character in his life. There's something about him putting himself as a priority, also probably loving himself very much, also having this strong masculine presence. Probably has to do also with his body shape, that maybe, I don't know exactly how tall he is, but maybe there's something about him always standing out because of his body shape, or because of his height, but also because of his personality. With all these personality traits that I see here, the Gossip, the Knight, and the King, there's something about him being majestic, him just being different, and probably being very prince-like or royalty vibes. There's something about him. I don't know if he ever played the role of a royal, or of a prince, or even a king, but if he would do this, I think that he would be very successful, because there's something about him sort of reminding me that he is a royal, that he could pull this character off. He could pull it off. But yeah, it's very interesting that we start with the Gossip, with the Gossip card, So I don't know if he has Gemini placements or air placements, but definitely there's something about him having this need to communicate. Probably he's very good at communicating with others, exchanging ideas. He probably loves to talk very much. It gives me very Moon in Gemini vibes, him being very communicative, just very eager to communicate. Sometimes maybe talking a bit much. There's something here with the gossip that I think that probably he does know a bit of other people's gossip. Um, and he doesn't mind sharing them. Probably he does spill the tea from time to time, even if he doesn't want to do this, even if he tries to help himself. There's something about this part of himself is a bit like more on his um, him being himself. Probably he talks too much for someone that it's maybe as popular as he is. So there's something about him probably, with this gossip archetype. There's something about, communication being important for him, because I believe that it makes him happy to communicate and to share information. He cannot help it. There's something about him being like, I am not gossipy because I want to know what's going on with others, but I have information and I know things. So what I know, I share it. So in this case, it does give me that. Probably it's also a custom of his. Maybe he learned this. I don't know, from a mother or from, someone in his family that has this tendency of like, okay, when I feel like I'm bonding with someone, I talk a lot. Or when I feel comfortable around certain people, I feel comfortable and I talk and I communicate and I say what I want to say, or I'm just very honest, and if you ask me, I will tell you what I know. So yeah, with the gossip, there's something about this being very funny, but probably, because he is a famous person, maybe it depends that I don't know if he ever was like sort of cancelled or just like was criticized for talking too much or saying certain things. But yeah, I could definitely see him, just being not very um, him knowing that that's a trait of his. I believe that there's something about him being like, yeah, I own it. Sometimes I do talk a lot, but yeah. With the knight archetype and then the king archetype, definitely he is a defender. He is a defender. He's someone, like I mentioned, it's not just about his body, his the way he looks. But I think that there's something just very protective of his, very probably he does take care of his appearance, but also there's this very protective need of this very protective energy coming from him. Like he definitely is someone that he reacts quickly when he sees that someone could be in danger, or when he sees someone that is in need. He's like the first one that he's like, okay, let me help you, like let me assist you, like always polite, always like. This is why I think he does give me Gemini, like someone that is so intelligent and so observant that he notices details about people that usually other people don't pay attention to. So there's something about him being so connected with what's going on around him that probably he can like prevent certain people from getting hurt, certain accidents. Even he's like he has like these antennas. He has these like wires, I would say, that, and he also has the sensitivity of just looking at the space that he's in. So he's like, be careful with that. Walk slowly here. Oh, please, pay attention. Look to the left, look to the right. He's very he is like a gentleman, especially I believe that for women, for women, he's like, watch out, don't hurt yourself, and he's like the first one that he's like, please pay attention, let me help you. So I can sort of see him just being just very eager to help others, even strangers. So in this, I think that is very interesting because I see him being like this in an environment where usually there's people that don't do this. That usually there's something about, like, we don't mind other people's business. Like, it's like if you fall, is your own fault. Like we watch our own, our own circumstances, and that's it. We are not looking at what others are doing. But I think that he's the exception. This is why the gossip card for me, it means, like, in the lighter attribute, it means that he possesses information and he possesses the intelligence to share that information, because he's like, I need to let people know. I need to let people know, or I need to express myself, and probably I can help someone by expressing this. So it's not that he just talks because he talks, or he just, helps others or realizes about things. And he just is because, oh, he's noisy. This is why he knows, he's like in the middle of other people's business. I think that he has this ability of just looking at his surroundings, and he's like, I know this person needs my help. Oh, I'm noticing that thing over there is unstable, so we have to fix it. I see him very vigilant, very and very sensitive. He's like, we know we should prevent this. This is why for me the knight is someone that is there to be this sort of a protector, I would say. Like, I'm going to sort of help you, or I'm going to prevent something bad happen to you. But he does it from a place of, like, I do it because I have the possibility to prevent this. I'm seeing what is going on, and I cannot help it. I cannot unsee it. And I believe that that's very rare of men his age. Usually people are very self-centered, and they are not thinking about others. They're not even looking at their own way, I would say. They're just focused. I don't know if there is people that are looking at their phones all the time. They're not even connected with the present. And in the case of him, of In-guk, there's something about him being very present and being very sensitive to his surroundings. And he's like, no, wait, there's something happening here. We have to fix this. And also with the knight and with the king archetype, I believe that people get very shocked when they see him being so attentive, or being so, careful, or being just so caring for others. People get shook by him, probably because, he is. He's a beautiful man, so maybe people are like, oh, since he's a star, we shouldn't bother him. Like, let's not bother him because he's a star, And he's totally the contrary. It's like he's like, no, I'm just a person. I'm just a human, and I want to help others. I don't care about my status or what people think of, if they recognize me or if they think that I'm famous. He's like, no, I wonder if in a past life he was a sort of like a sailor himself, or if he was like a guardian, or if he was like a knight in a prior life, because there's this need to serve his community. So I don't know, maybe has he done military service? Because I think that he has the calling. He has the calling of, like, I have to help my community. I have to help people around me, because I can do it, because I have the potential. I have the. He also has a strong need to help others. He's like, I cannot be ignorant. I have to help other people. So yeah, I wonder if there's something about him probably wanting to be sort of like a marine, or I don't know, a police person, like police officer. But he definitely feels like he owes his community, or his or the society that he lives in. He feels very responsible. And with the king archetype, there's something about him feeling very generous as well. But I think that it definitely, it shocks people because maybe people see him like, like, oh no, he's this popular person, we shouldn't bother him with our needs. And no, actually he wants to be included, he wants to help, he has this need to help. So yeah, I wonder if he is part of a charity program or something like that, because I see him just, he has this need to assist others. He's like, I have to do this. It's not so much about like, oh, I cannot wait to be a star, or I cannot wait to be famous. I believe that he wants to serve his community. This is what I see. Yeah. Um, and yeah, the cards that he got for, for the near future for him, the tarot cards, we have the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, we have the High Priestess, we have the Moon, the Five of Swords. And then from the other deck, we have the King of Pentacles, that the keyword is 12. So, a lot of swords, a lot of swords. So I wonder what's going on these days with him, with In-guk. I wonder what's going on with him. Because I definitely see movement. I see that probably he has been traveling. He has been, maybe going here and there. Or maybe he also has some projects. But I also see him a bit defeated. Um, I don't know if maybe all this traveling, or everything that he has been doing or participating on is not giving the results that he wants or that he is expecting. So there's this, he's tired mentally. He's tired. I see him that he probably is overwhelmed. He's like, I see him that probably he's someone that he's trying to create content maybe, or he's trying to maybe have his own company, or his own, I don't know, his own brand, his own project. I see him getting into the creative side and trying to make it work, or trying to maybe publish it better. But I think that the results are not very positive. I think that at least not at his standards. I think that this year there's something about him feeling a bit like, okay, I'm feeling a bit exhausted because I'm sort of running out of ideas. Like, I'm really trying to advance. Maybe he's thinking a lot about technology. He's thinking a lot about like, okay, how can I create this for the fans, or how can I do this for the fans? But I think that when it comes to, maybe gaining something or having a retribution, especially a material one, I don't see it here. I don't see it. And I think that he is a bit tired. Maybe he has been doing a lot of things. I see him traveling, or maybe he was on vacation or something like that. But if he was on vacation, I don't see him resting at all. Because I think that in his mind, he's always thinking about, like, how can I create something different? How can I do this different? How can I produce more? I think that he wants to produce more, but I think that there's something about him running out of ideas, or just thinking like, this is not working. I believe that this is not working. I tried a lot of things, but they are not giving me the result that I want. Um, Also, when I think about future projects for the remaining months of this year, I don't see any. So I don't know, maybe if your guys are a fan, if you can be like, actually he's working on something, okay. But in here, I don't see something. I don't see a project. I see him, working by himself, or working with his own image and his own presence. But honestly, also seeing the High Priestess in the middle and the Moon, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes MIA for a few months. Yeah, because I think that he tried a lot of things. Also, with the source here, I think that his mind is going to explode because he had been, absorbing so much information, trying a lot of things at once. So maybe he's exhausted. Maybe he's a bit burnt out. Maybe he feels pressured to create something, and he's like, I thought this was going to do well, but I don't see it. I don't see the result. With the High Priestess, I think that he definitely probably needs to take a break from producing. If he's producing something, probably he needs to take a break. Because I think that he's exhausting. He's exhausting himself. I'm sure that he has a team and he's not alone producing all these things, but he feels very responsible. I think that probably he expects, I don't know, a bigger audience or just to reach different audiences and just, I don't know, maybe it's about numbers. And I don't see it here. So the High Priestess and the Moon, it could be, these cards sort of advising him to go within himself, to maybe, to be a bit silent on social media. It's like, don't show that much about you. Just, keep it to yourself. Don't talk that much. Don't post that often. It's like, yeah, he's doing okay. He's not that it's not that he's not okay. It's just that I don't see stability in these months to come. So also with the Moon card, maybe he does have some things that he needs to pay attention to, especially when it comes to his own sensitive self. I think that I don't know if he has been having some fears or he has been feeling unstable himself. And I think that there's this hyperactivity of his that he had been doing maybe for a while, but the cards are like, maybe you need to stop a bit, you need to slow down a bit. This doesn't mean that he has to disappear, but I think that he needs a break, to sort of review his next move, because I don't see a stability. And honestly, from the cards that I have here, I'm like, what is going on? Because also the last card next to the moon card, we have the Five of Swords. So I'm like, who are you fighting with? I think that there's some conflicts in here. There's some disagreements. I believe it has to do with maybe ideas or new projects, or it could be discussions about his career or some legal matters, because all of this, it has to do with maybe papers, conversations, maybe things being said online, I don't know. But I think that the cards are like, you need to stop arguing. It's like, it's like, I feel like he needs to defend himself from something. So I don't know what's going on, but I feel like maybe his decisions at the moment are not being very wise. And I think that maybe he has to review who he associates himself with. I don't know if I don't think it's about a group of people or his image, but maybe the people advising him are not the best. Because I see him burn out. I see that the guy is trying his best to be there for the fans, to deliver, I would say. But the results are not fulfilling. The results are not that good and are not stable. So maybe, this could bring certain tensions with I don't know, his company or whoever manages him. There's a lot of back and forth here. There's a lot of heavy discussions. So probably this next month is more about him going silent and just, with the moon here, I think that things are not clear also about his career or certain deals that he has. So I think that he needs to stop to watch and observe this. Because with these cards, I'm like, who is betraying you? I'm like, there's something that he cannot see because he was so busy, or he was so invested in doing a lot of things for fans or different meetings that he hasn't been able to connect with his intuition and see what is really going on around him. I feel like he could have a fallout, or he could have like a serious disagreement with someone that he has businesses with, because I don't see it very positive. I think that he needs to pay attention more, because there's something here that is not good. It's not good, and it's going to he's going to have to face this person. But yeah, the last card that I pulled from the other deck, we have the card of the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, it says wealth. So he's going to maintain, his status, or his popularity, who he is. He's been seen as this wealthy person, or as this stable person. His image is safe. His trajectory, or his legacy is safe. He's seen as this trustworthy person, as this stable person. He's been seen and perceived as this King of Pentacles, very stable, very loyal. But there's something about that is going on around him that he's not aware of yet. And he needs to stop and go silent so he can review this, so he can acknowledge this. Because while he's moving here and there, he wasn't seeing the red flags. But I think that there's something going on. So yeah, he needs to pay attention. He needs to protect his wealth. So yeah, guys, this is all I see for him. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are a fan of his, I would appreciate a feedback, since I don't know much. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.